Hello and welcome back to my channel. I'm Jenny. Today's video is going to be something I've never done before. I'm going to be doing a little anti-haul because there's lots of things coming out right now and I have some feelings about some of them and I just kind of wanted to share. I do like anti-hauls. I think they're very interesting and very helpful for when you're like, ooh, I really need that, and then you watch an anti-haul and then you're like, well, maybe they're right. Maybe I don't need this. So most of these are actually eyeshadow palettes, which you haven't seen my big eyeshadow palette collection yet, but it's a doozy. I have a lot. So it's impressive that I feel this way about so many eyeshadow palettes. But I have pictures of these products on my phone, but I will throw them up here so you can look at them. So please bear with me since it's my first one, but let's go ahead and get started. The first product that I am anti-hauling is the Lorac Pro 4 palette. I'm looking at it right now, and while I think it's very beautiful, it's very basic, like extremely basic. I know that I have all of these shades in my Makeup Geek palettes alone, let alone, you know, the 400 other palettes that I own. I mean, it's beautiful, and if you don't have anything from Lorac, it would be a nice one to have because Lorac shadows are really good quality, but these are just too basic, and like the first 4 shades are so similar. They could have done something different there. I'm just not interested in this palette. It looks beautiful, but I have these colors over and over and over again. Now is not a good time to release a nude palette. The next product I was actually really intrigued and excited about when I heard that it was coming out before we saw any sneak peeks of what was inside, and that is the Dominique Cosmetics Lemonade palette. I was gung-ho about the lemonade theme. I was like, yes, that sounds amazing, with like bright yellows and maybe some pinks and some berries and like maybe some like very pale nudes that like sweet tea. I don't know. I was very intrigued, and then this palette just doesn't seem like lemonade to me. Those 3 mattes in the bottom row kind of just feel weird in this palette because all of the shimmers are so like muted and pastel kind of. Then like you have those 3 very dark bold mattes. It's like, it just kind of doesn't make sense in this palette to me, and it makes me super sad because I was really looking forward to this palette and now I'm just like not interested, which is unfortunate. I haven't tried anything from her brand, but I've heard really good things about it, and so I was really looking forward to this, and now I'm just sad about it. The next one is the ColourPop Makeup Ur Mind palette. It has the 6 shimmer shades in it. While I think the shades are beautiful and I know ColourPop shimmers are really nice, so I know that the quality is good, I don't need a small 6-pan all shimmer palette. Now I think this would be good for someone who is mostly into neutrals, has a lot of all matte palettes. I think this would be really good for those who have all matte palettes because then they can just throw in a nice shimmer color. So I think it's good for that, but I feel like by itself, it's not a standalone palette. You can't use this by itself. Well, you can, but your looks may not be great. It has to have other shadows pulled in, so it makes it a little like, why? I don't know. It's just, I don't like palettes that you have to use other palettes with. That's the point in getting a palette, is that it's like inclusive and you can just use that one thing, grab it and go kind of ordeal. If I have to pull in other shadows, I'm not interested. So while I know that the quality is good, this just isn't a product for me. So this next one is actually an entire collection, and it is the Tarte Cosmetics Trust and Fairy Dust collection. I have an issue with Tarte anyway because, one, I don't really like their shadow formula. I've tried a few palettes and I haven't been blown away by any of their shadows. And every single palette they come out with is almost exactly the same. Like, I've seen this palette from Tarte 4,000 times. It's pretty, don't get me wrong, but it's nothing new from them. How many times are they going to repackage their mascara and resell it to us? I don't understand. And that blush is beautiful, but they have 400 shades that look just like that. Same with their lipsticks. And I don't really like brushes with those funky handles, like the decorative handles. I do have all of the Storybook Cosmetics wand brushes, but I have those more for collector's purposes. I actually don't use them. They're sitting on my Harry Potter bookshelf. I do have a tour of my Harry Potter bookshelf. I'll link it up here for you in case you're interested. But I just feel like this whole collection's just really, it's already been done by this brand, and I just feel, I don't know, angry about it, to be honest. It's like, come on, Tarte. I know they're currently working on those bright colors from that Icy Biatch palette that they teased on April Fool's Day, and everyone got mad because they were like, finally, Tarte did something creative, and then they were like, just a joke, your warm palette's coming soon. It's just very bothersome to me. I'm not interested, I'm not intrigued, I'm not gonna get anything from this collection. The next product is the new Blue Beauty Blender. I have a hard time spending $20 on a beauty blender anyway. There's nothing new about this. Like, why is a Blue Beauty Blender so interesting? And they hyped the heck out of this. Like, they acted like it was like a brand new revolutionary product, and it's just their beauty blender that's blue. And I love anything blue. Don't get me wrong, it's pretty, but I'm not paying $20 for it. It's a sponge. That's just crazy to me. So, and it just bothers me that it was hyped up so much, and it's just like, it was just like, wow, that's it. So, yeah, I'm just not interested in this at all. So this next one is the Too Faced, I don't know what this is called. Is it just the Too Faced palette? Where they're taking it, they're like redoing the shadows from their very first palette in 1998. I love the concept of this. I think this is a really, really awesome concept that they have. But just in this palette, it just kind of looks like, for the most part, they just reformulated things. But I feel like it's not necessary to have the originals and then the new or whatever these are, because it's like almost every single one of them is the same exact thing as 1998. Just a new formulation, maybe. I don't even see anything about it being a new formulation. I just see it like with different finishes. So I don't know. I feel like the concept of this is absolutely awesome. I think that it's a great idea, but I feel like all of these colors just look identical. So it's like having two palettes that are exactly the same in one palette. For that reason, I'm just not interested. The packaging's really pretty though. I love the throwback packaging, but I'm just not interested in the shadows. Next we have the Anastasia of Beverly Hills Dream Glow Kit. I know lots of people really like rainbow colorful highlights, and I'm just over it, to be honest, and to have this big expensive glow kit is just not something that I am interested in. I know they can like double as eyeshadows, but I just am not willing to pay that much for a rainbow highlight palette. That's just, I have enough highlighters as it is, and I would never wear any of these colors, except maybe like the top left corner looks pinky peachy kind of maybe, so I may go for that one, but the rest of them are too colorful for my taste. The packaging's pretty though. That hollow packaging's really pretty. I will give it that. So the last two products that I have are from the new Morphe and Jaclyn collaboration. She came out with 4 palettes. 2 of them, the more teal and then the more purple palettes, are really, really beautiful, and I really, really want those. But the other 2, this first one is the Ring the Alarm palette. This is just like any other palette anyone's ever done. These are just really typical warm browns with an orange and like a gold shadow. I mean, a lot of these look really similar to what's already in her big Morphe palette. So it's like, to me, it's like, I don't know, why even remake it? I know that like people want separate little palettes, which is fine. I'm just not interested in this one. This one's been done 100 times. And the next one is, I'm kind of in the same boat, where it's like the warms and the golds and the browns and the oranges. But I do like how this one has like an icy white and a green. So I mean, I do like this one, but I wouldn't pick it up because I have so many other colors that look exactly like this. The green included. I mean, I'm pretty sure I have all of these shadows in my Makeup Geek Z palette. So I mean, as gorgeous as this is, I just have so many shades that are similar. That's what I'm trying to get at here. These two are just so, I don't want to say basic, because they're not necessarily basic, but they're so like trendy. Everyone has the warm eyeshadows, where the more like teal and gray and the more purpley berry one is more exciting to me. So I do really want to get those, and I may get those, or I may get at least one. That purple one is really, really calling my name. So I may pick that one up, but these two I'm not interested in. So that's all I have for you for today's anti-haul. I hope you enjoyed this video. Let me know down below if you like this kind of video, and I can definitely do more as more makeup comes out, because there are a lot of things that come out that I'm just like, no thanks. So I really hope that you enjoyed this type of video. If you did, please give me a thumbs up, and if you would like to subscribe, please feel free, and I'll see you next time. Bye guys.